Hello everybody, welcome back to another video with Kat about Raid.
Hi.
Shadow.
Legends, I think.
Today you're in store for a high quality video like you can always expect from me and my husband, Mobilegamer365.
Right.
I don't know what you're doing. Today, we are talking about the things that, now that we've both been playing it, I've been playing about 6 months. I think we're both hitting around 7 months now.
Yeah, a little over 7 months, yeah.
Yeah, so we've spent a lot of time playing this game, and we're going to talk about the things that we would add or change in Raid Shadow Legends. Before we get into that, though, you got to click the link in the description, scan the QR code that's up in the corner. Once you open up your account, you're going to get Corrado Fox Hunter. Oh my gosh!
Corrado?
So cool.
Have I been saying the name wrong? I've been calling Carudo. Corrado?
Okay. It's an A.
Okay, well, I apparently.
Reading, decoding, and comprehension are not Boomer's strong suits. It's okay. And Yugo, you will get at level 15. Do you know why we say Yugo and not Ugo?
I don't know.
Phonics.
Okay, I don't know.
That's why.
It's a name. It's a made-up word.
This character. And then you have to use the promo code Monkey King. Monkey King. You get Sun Wukong. All right, lastly, there is a login reward calendar that is coming to the game soon. We have a legendary champion that's named what? I just found out about this. Like
Udex Artor. Udex Artor. Come to the game. Well,
wait, did you? Oh my God.
I wrote it. Yes.
I see how he phonetically wrote it out. That's amazing.
Udex Artor. I got a U right there, and then I got an R.
Genius.
It's spelled with an I. It's horrible. Anyways.
It's amazing. So this is going to be a really cool event. This champion, this is going to be a legendary champion. We don't know anything about him right now. He just has big, smelly, swinging balls, so everybody's happy.
Get those balls out of my face!
The way it's going to work, though, I guess you have to, if it's not going to be like the previous login events, you have to log in every single day to get the rewards. If you don't log in that day, you miss out on the reward. We don't know what it is, so they're calling it like an advent calendar, but if you don't log in, you don't get the reward that day. But you can get it for the next day, so it's fine. And then at the end, there's going to be, we have voting for everybody to get a legendary relic.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So there's cool stuff coming in. So play Raid Shadow Legends. Scan the QR code. Click the description link. Okay. All right. So do you want to go back and forth? You start. You have a lot more things than me.
So we're talking about stuff that we want to change in Raid Shadow Legends. The thing. And this is 2 changes, and for me, it has to do with...
Is it 2 for 1?
2 for 1. It has to do with masteries. The first one is the way that the Minotaur dungeon currently works does not have a super raid button. See how there's no super raid button there?
Oh, I agree on this completely.
So it takes a long time to do these if you want to do them manually. The alternative is that you spend 800 gems on each one of them.
Which is what I do, because I'm lazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's a strategy, but the problem I have...
It's a strategy.
It's a strategy. I think a lot of people do the 800 gems, but what really drives me crazy is that, let's say I've done a bunch on Fabian right here, right? Like, you could see that I've got about... Well, you know, I'm getting to the part where it gets tricky right there. Well, yeah, I've got to do one there that's 200, and then I got to do another one that's like 250, you know, at 350. So like this last part is going to take a long time. It's still 800. It's still 800, even though I'm almost done. Yeah,
you have to do it at the beginning, or it's pointless later on.
Why can't they do a prorated amount? Like 300 or 400? Why does it have to be 800? Like once you start, you got to go, like
the price should go relatively down.
It doesn't go down.
Until you get to where you need to
be. It drives me insane. Anyways, that's, so double super raids. They just added that to campaign, right?
Yes.
They just added that to campaign, super raids, and then adding super raids to Minotaur, and then giving some sort of prorated way of doing this so that if I've done a bunch, it'll let me go through the rest. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So mine is kind of similar because it has to do with getting through the game faster. Something I want to see added to the game is 4x speed.
Oh boy.
2x speed is great. I think we should skip right past 3x speed and just go straight to 4x. I got stuff to do. I don't want to sit, especially now that I'm starting to do Hydra. Oh my god, Hydra takes forever. And
Chimera too.
And Chimera takes forever. Like all clan boss battles take so long for me. So I'm ready to just see 4 times speed.
Okay, so clan boss, when you get the max chest, you can sim it. Right. And then same thing with Hydra. You can do that on Hydra, which is a new feature. But I think people were maxing out the turns on Hydra, and it would take forever.
It was taking hours, wasn't it?
So yeah, it could take a long time. I don't know how long, but 45 minutes maybe. I don't know. So really, Chimera is the place right now where my strategy for Chimera is to go in with as many supports as I need to make it to turn 65, and then as I'm figuring out what works, I'm having usually 1 damage dealer. I've recently moved to 2 damage dealers, 3 supports to make it to 65. It's still 13 to 20 minutes, and then recently I just 1-keyed Ultra Nightmare Clan Boss. That's saving me like 40 minutes a day, 20 minutes each time. So I could see the 4x being. I wonder what that would look like though. Wouldn't that look all crazy?
It would just be like. Blah, blah, blah,
yeah, I mean, right now this is the 2x, right?
And so, I could see that being like logistically a problem. Like maybe it's an issue with
1x
servers.
Right here.
Oh god.
Whoa, look how slow it is. Oh my god.
Slow.
Some games have 3x, but you're saying 4x.
I'm saying go straight to 4x. I'd be okay with 3x too, just something a little faster, because the other day we were out somewhere and I was like, oh my god, I need to do my clan boss. So I just had it running like on my phone where we were sitting.
Yeah, it was yesterday morning, I remember.
Yeah, and I was like, oh,
you.
I needed to look something up, and I couldn't because fucking clan boss was running, and I was like, god damn it, I can't do what I need to do right now.
You almost need one of those phones with the 2 screens so you can move it up to the top, the folding phones or something like that.
Or just need 2 phones.
Yeah,
That's bad if I'm at that point.
All right, so I think.
What else do you have?
Okay, so I think we both have some issues with books.
Yes, we've got 2 different ideas.
Yeah, 2 different ideas. So mine is not so much about access to books. It's more about not being able to pick where it's to go.
I also agree.
Yeah, so like I've got 8 books right here, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't really want it here necessarily. I definitely, if I was to, I'm not going to do He-Man, but if I was to do He-Man, you see, I really want to get to the -1 cooldown. My chair's in the way, or right here, -1 cooldown right there, right? But sometimes I wish I could target it better, and so it's just kind of annoying how it's randomized. So that's my issue with books. You want something different though.
Yeah. I also think that's interesting because like when you're looking up a champion in Hell Hades, they say to target a certain attack, and I'm like, how am I supposed to do that? I guess if it randomly fills that one, then you're done, but. Anyway, so my theory on it was I saw this on Reddit and I thought this was a great idea. If you have something like Minotaur, but you're farming pages, that will eventually build into a book. So in a way that you go through, fight the boss, and you get maybe some rare pages or some epic pages or some legendary pages, and then you have enough of them, and you can like do a mixer kind of thing and make a book. And I think that'd be really useful because that's part of where I'm struggling right now.
Yeah.
I don't have enough books.
So I'll be, when I pull a very good epic, like recently Demitha, let's say, right? And I'm probably getting her name wrong. That was, in a lot of ways, more exciting than getting a legendary, because I can get the books on her relatively easily, epic books. Like pulling a very good epic, one of the better epics in the game, in some ways is a better thing for me than the books, than a legendary, because of the books. And so I have to ration them. Like I imagine Mythics is another nightmare there.
God,
because
we're not even close to that
so I've
yet,
got
but...
what's Lady Mikage. I'd
I
rather
thought it
say,
was Macaj.
yeah, I know.
We're just going to title this video Cat and Trevor pronouncing things
Arnold
wrong.
corrected me and said, you're saying it wrong. It's Makage. I was like, okay, Makaj, lady, I don't know. But anyways, like I've got 7 mythical books that I've been getting since I've started playing the game for 7 months. So I'm getting like 1 a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
So like that
I have 4.
really, really slow. So in some ways, I'm not really. Like, what if I do get one? Is it just that I'm going to I guess I probably would focus on those events more, and push for those things. Because sometimes I give up right at the end, or I don't have enough time to finish it, but maybe I would push to the last part. So,
yeah.
What's your next thing? Or do you want me to do my thing?
Oh, no, yours is next.
Okay.
We talked about mine.
All right. So, my thing has to do with RTA. And it's 2 things about RTA. Live Arena. Real-time arena, live arena. Yeah, I think they actually call it RTA.
Do they?
Yeah, I think it's actually called RTA.
RTA was the bane of my existence in the last game that I played.
Yeah, do they call it RTA? No, they don't. I thought they called it RTA. Anyways, live arena.
Very different.
Yes, okay, so a live arena. So 2 things. For me, because this is not running continuously, it's only running certain times of day.
Right.
I'm finding that when it's in this advanced quest right here, it's annoying. So I think part of it is not having this. I just don't when I'm unable to finish my advanced quest, it's because of this. Some days I just don't want to play live arena. And then the next part is I don't like the queue process and I don't like the band pick process. I wish it was more elegant, more streamlined. And for me, everything in this game is I do something, the computer reacts, but I get to make another decision pretty quickly, right?
Right.
Not in live arena. Live arena.
Humans are slow.
Yeah, it's waiting around, and it's just completely different gameplay experience than everything inside of Raid Shadow Legends. So I wish that, for example, that like in other games like Marvel Snap. Did you play Marvel Snap? Well, both players played simultaneously.
I did see that though.
Yeah. So like if we both had our first characters picked, and in gold you can't have duplicates. I just got into gold. You can't have duplicates. Well, if we both pick the same character, then it just like you go to the next character, right? But you're both picking simultaneously, and so I guess the reason why they don't do it that way is because they want you to react to what the other player picks.
Yeah.
But it's just so clunky waiting, and it drives me insane. And it's just like,
And if I don't win that battle, I'm like, oh my god, I have to do a whole other one, and it just takes me forever to just do that one quest.
And let's say you want to win 5, right? So you have 10 attacks. 10 attacks of waiting for a match to start, waiting for them to pick and not pick, and then losing because they go first. Or they're just not playing quickly. I just feel like it's a high amount of time, and I just don't. It's not a good experience. It's just very different than the entire rest of the way that Raid Shadow Legends played. So I just wish it was more streamlined, more elegant, less time consuming. I do like it when I get into battle and I go back and forth, but getting into the battle
can take so long.
Yeah, it's just like
5 minutes.
I don't like that.
Man,
anyway.
I got stuff to do. It really, I think if you watch my video, it'll pop up here of my very first time doing live arena. The first time I'm playing it, we're doing the champion picking. I'm like, my reaction is like, oh my god, this takes so long. Why is this so slow? I'm spazzy. I have things to do. I don't want to sit here for 30 minutes of battle.
All right, what's your next one?
All right, so last one on my list is I want an oil mixer, like the potion mixer. Will you show us?
Yeah.
I'm kind of in a bottleneck with Sand Devil right now, so of course this is kind of selfish, that I just want an option in the game, like maybe in Tavern or even here on the Artifact Ascension, that I'd be able to mix a bunch of the lesser potions and mix a bunch of lesser oils and get a greater oil, or at least 100 lesser oils gets me 10 greater oils, or something to that ratio, because I'm so bottlenecked right now that I really can't ascend my gear and I can't get to where I need to go.
So like right here, getting this right here,
I can convert a bunch of those guys and get the greater oils that I need.
Yeah, so you just need to get good at Sand Devil. Do you have Godseeker?
No!
Okay.
I have
All right.
Lilitu.
All right. I don't know what Lilitu does in Sand Devil.
She's
but
great and everywhere, I thought.
Yeah. So I do think that's an interesting idea, and I've seen that people talk about that before.
Have you? I thought it was so creative.
No, I think, well, maybe I haven't. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, because they do offer that on potions, right?
Right, exactly.
So if you're wanting to do a potion, there is some sort of way of bumping them up, like when you're short on one of them here. Let's see, I'm trying to find one where I'm a little bit short. Well, like right here, like if I want to take him all the way up, but you see I'm missing these, but I can convert it right
go to the
here.
potion mixer, and you can, and there, see, tons of them, and you could do it.
Yeah. So that way,
that's exactly what I need.
Yeah. So I don't think I have any of these. I need to actually get in there, so I'm out.
I'm always out of arcane potions now.
So anyways, yeah. Okay, that's a good.
Yeah.
So
What's your last one?
My last one is about primal shards.
Ooh.
And to me, it just seems somewhat annoying
I know what this
that
is.
in primal shards that there are rares. 82% of the primal shards are rares, and lately they've been doing double mythical with double legendary and double epic. I believe for the longest time they would split that up where it would be double mythical and then standard on legendary and epic, or they would do double epic and double legendary. Everybody would be like, don't open them, wait till because this is where you get mythicals, right?
And that's the only reason I open primal shards now.
Yeah, 1% drop rate, but yeah, it just seems somewhat well, I mean, like Sacreds, right? Sacreds, you're going to get an epic. That feels better than getting a legendary because, when I look at the rares in the game, there's a handful of them that I use. Like
4?
5 to 10 maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually have an uncommon that I use lately, but that's another story.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a video.
Oh, yeah, there's a good yeah. But, yeah, not too many. And sometimes the only time I use it on a daily basis is when they require a rare inside of Dema Lord, which I'm using my Kale. So I do think Kale's a good... I keep saying I don't use Kale, but I do use Kale on that quest, which is an advanced quest.
Right.
So those are all of my things that I wish they would change.
And that's everything I have, so thank you guys so much for being here. Comment below, what do you want changed? What do you want added? Do you agree, disagree with us? But thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget to scan the QR code and click the link in the description. Get Corrado Fox Hunter, get Yugo, use the promo code Monkey King and get Sun Wukong, and get ready for the event calendar that's going to be coming out soon. Thank you again.
What's his name?
Udex Artor.
Udex Artor, spelled with an I.
It was beautiful.
Because phonetically, I sounds like a U.
IU is U.
Yeah.
That is a phonics thing.
Artor is spelled just like Artor, though.
You're an Artor. That's all for now. Thank you guys for being here, and don't forget to check out the video that we're making on Boomer's channel.
Entirely different things we want changed. I promise you. Click the link in the description.
Yeah.
Bye for now.